welcome everyone back to another video. So today is Friday. Well, it was Friday when I was doing this video, but it may not be when you're watching this, but nonetheless it is time for custom class. Now for those who did watch part of the video last week, then you will have known a bit about it, but I just want to mention that I do hate doing re-uploads, and no doubt you probably hate watching them as much as I do, but I had to get it out there, and due to reasons I cannot explain, the audio, the commentary essentially messed up. I don't know why, I can't explain why it happened, but this is the reason why I'm doing the video again a week later. But hopefully that doesn't really matter too much, but we'll just get on with it anyway. So today is the AN-94, and as the title, sorry, says the AN-94 Sniper. Now this consists of the 6x rifle scope, the heavy barrel, and the bipod. Now this makes a very interesting combination of attachments, because as you may know, or as you might see, the gameplay isn't really that interesting, isn't really that action packed with kills flying around all over the place, mainly because it's very difficult to get kills with such an obscure weapon. As you may know if you've been watching any of my videos recently, I do like to run as the assault class, so this is really a good choice of a weapon really, but the attachments make all the difference. I run with Cobra sight. Recently I've been finding the holographic sight very useful. I don't know why, but I always used to hate it, and for reasons again I cannot explain, I've been starting to use it. It's just really odd how I work things. But yeah, putting a giant rifle scope not only makes it extremely difficult to actually kill people, because you've got to take that time to aim down the sights, you've got to then locate your target and actually shoot them, and all of this consists of you stopping or moving extremely slowly, so people can not only flank up on you very easily, it leaves you very vulnerable to certain spots where people can get at you very easily, and it's very hard to, or at least I found it very hard to shoot back at people with such a scope on. The bipod, admittedly, I didn't use it to its full potential, probably not at all, because I'm not a fan of bipods. I'm very paranoid about a lot of things, sorry. I get paranoid about especially using bipods. I'll talk about that one really, because every time I deploy a bipod, you're stationary, you're essentially just positioned in one place for a certain period of time, and I'm always very paranoid of someone sneaking up on me, either knifing me or shooting me in the back, and that really just sends the paranoia scale off the roof. A lot of things do it, but I probably won't go into it today. So yeah, that's why I didn't really use the bipod, but the heavy barrel is definitely a upside to all of the attachments that make it very difficult. The heavy barrel is really an upside. It gives you the accuracy. The hip fire accuracy is obviously decreased immensely, and with that obviously you get much better long range accuracy. Perfect for the scope, and the AN-94, it's built for long range combat. It's not built for close range at all, because the hip fire is atrocious, and of course the fire rate is really awful. As you would know if you've already used the gun, it's obviously awful. I do like to keep it in full auto though, because I like to burst fire myself. That's how I've got used to controlling the weapon's recoil and getting supreme accuracy, just by burst firing it in full auto. I never really use 3-shot burst weapons or 3-shot burst at all for that prime factor. I mean, it can help you a bit if you're trying to learn how the weapon performs, how it kicks up, but it probably won't really give you that much of an advantage when you switch it up to full auto, because then it'll be a completely different state of affairs. It'd be so much more different, but it might give you the idea of how to burst it, I suppose. I don't really know. I've never really used burst fire before, so whatever I say is probably nonsense as always. But the other reason this is very difficult is because when moving around certain areas, you are going to have to be much more careful, because Now I found that scope on there, that scope massive as it is, it blocks the right hand side vision, so you can't see if people are really to the right hand side, so you are having to check corners and check your sides very carefully. It's like crossing the road, you're gonna have to check left, right, or you might get run down. And that's the same in Battlefield, except it's just with bullets instead of cars. Well, you might have cars, so yeah, you might get run down, but it is obviously helpful. Well, I say helpful and it's not, but I know it's different. I don't really know what to say because I've never used the scope on an assault rifle, and I kind of liked it for some reason. I know that's weird, it is weird, but it was quite a different challenge because, as I've said, I've never used the rifle scope on any assault rifle. I use it on snipers occasionally. I don't really snipe, so I'm not really a fan of that, but I've never used it on an assault rifle, and it was very different. But that's probably the end of the video. I've probably blathered on enough about nothing and nothing, but I do hope you enjoyed anyway. All I can say is if you haven't subscribed already, for any of the Battlefield 4 content that will be uploaded on my channel ASAP, any information that will be released on Battlefield 4, any new gaming news that will be released in the near future, I will post it up on this channel, so if you don't want to miss out on that, please do subscribe, and as always, until next time.